Hello everyone, this is Sushri, your host is back with another episode of Sagacy. So, we are here on the second last episode of this season. Our team thought a lot about the issue we should pick to talk about on our second last episode. It took a lot of thinking before deciding this topic. The reason is everyone had different experiences and due to that they have different views. We all are alike with different mindsets and self-confidence. All these words do have a meaning and you will get it by the end of this episode. Today's topic is going to revolve around body shaming. What is body shaming? It's the action or the practice of humiliating someone by making critical comments or mocking about their body shape or size. So basically, it's about bullying and harassing someone based on their body type, look, or skin color. It means all of it. Body shaming is actually not about others or what others say to you. It's about you. You are fat or skinny, ugly or pretty average. You have more curves or less, having a dark chocolate skin color or a brown one, being the tallest or the shortest. How does it matter? Unless and until you are obsessed with that thing of yours. It will not matter to the other people in front of you unless it matters to you. Let's come to the reality. We all are obsessed with ourselves and the way we look. The reason behind it is that we look up to the more unrealistic world and not the world we live in. Trying to copy someone and forgetting who we really are is not going to help in any way. And this someone can be your role model or someone you want to follow to achieve your goal. More prominently, a celebrity. And the unrealistic world is the world which seems perfect from all the sides. Accept it or not, but we all try to be perfect or seem to be at least, and it has a lot related to how we look than who we really are. I know all these words may seem mean, so why not look at the facts? 94% of the teenage girls and 64% of the teenage boys have been shamed for the way their body looks. See, the next step is on you. If you take those comments seriously, that means you are accepting their views and agreeing to it. And the fact says it's more than 90% of the body shaming victims who accept it and try to change or fit in the more unrealistic one. The question is still unclear that what it is that affects more people that they try so hard to change. The tags can help us to understand this. The tags used for the fat people or the skinny one. Don't worry, we will talk about all the stuff that happen in the high school related to this body shaming. So, what we call to the fat peoples as fatty, motti. These are pretty common, I guess. We even have named them after veggies like potato, and the best one comes here is hippo. We all call them fat chick and give them free advices for losing weight and obtaining shape so that they can look like Katrina Kaif, the zero figure, or Hrithik Roshan, the six packs. Just taking it as an example because that's the one ideal type that all want to follow, the actors and actresses. Giving advices are not exactly what these people do. They actually disrespect you, and more than that, they try to make you feel that the world looks at you according to your outer appearance and they are the part of this so-called world. Okay, not concluding this here, the above lines mean much more than it seems to. If you are fat, then the first thing that happens with you is the pet name they give you. Then the things keep happening if you accept it in the first place. Like the lunchbox comments, eat less potato or else you will be so fat that you will not fit in the bench. The games period jokes, where all laugh at you because you are the slowest of all. or the PT period where you are unable to bend or to do postures correctly. All those laughing eyes on you bring shame and you are suddenly embarrassed of yourself. I'll tell you what, shame is brought by others but accepted by you. Remember this, you. And this happens every time with you. Even if they aren't making jokes on you, but you still feel those laughs at you on your fat body. God, I guess this happens with every child in the high school. They are the one being laughed at by all others, and because of all these, they hurt themselves so badly by doing things that's not totally them. By the statistics, adolescents in the grades 9 to 12, more than 59% of the females and 29% of the males were trying to lose weight. Over 18% of the girls and 8% of the boys had in the last 30 days gone without food for more than 24 hours just to lose weight. 95% of the people with the eating disorders fall between the ages of 12 and 25. So, we are risking our life for some people who don't even value you, forgetting about those for whom you might mean the world, like your parents. What's more important to you? It's not easy, that's understandable, but you still got to decide. It's not only the fat one who gets all, but also the skinny one. Skinny shaming is something different and a kind of intimidating, because you are calling someone incapable of anything or strength based on their appearance, and it doesn't remain just to the strength comments but questions someone's self-worth, saying them that their parents don't feed them properly, that's why they are so thin, calling them by the name of matchstick if it pleases them, and again free advices that they should eat more, like the double cheese pizza or burger. Actually, this fat or skinny shaming can only be understood by those who have felt it. And felt it doesn't mean this fat or skinny shame, but any shame. Okay, enough of this boring or casual talk. The comments everyone hears, let's hear this. You are too chubby to be attractive. You know what? Men don't take matchsticks. You are too fat to be fit in that dress. You probably should eat more. Okay, these are the few common dialogues on repeat, I guess. Next is the more situation based. Okay, this once a girl came for the dance auditions and got rejected because she was fat and not because she could not perform well. Instead, she did perform well, actually too well, but she did not meet the standards, and of course, she was never going to be. I mean, not everyone can meet the standards of beauty, perfect curvy body, and the fair skin standards, and not the talented stand. Like I mentioned earlier, we call skinny girls matchstick. Say you are so slim that even wind can take you away. It's definitely a curse. Since we are here on the comments of both fat and skinny body type people, we should get these things clear. If you think these things affect fat people more than anyone, well, you just can't say that. Because it's a character type. If for you it's fat, then for them it's skinny. It hurts the same to both, and neither of them can feel that pain for each other. At the time, it doesn't remain to just a character. There are many more cases like this. The comments, it's something we usually hear. If not for ourselves, then for someone else, or we call this for someone. It may be a joke or it may be a sarcasm, but just think once, if that person is not taking these comments as joke and they are hurting inner of them, if not in front of you. Now, this is some different kind. Accept it or not, we do talk about guys, muscles and figure, more precisely the six-pack body and the biceps. Well, talking about it doesn't seem bad though for those who do it. But what about those about whom they are talking? It's like more a kind of judgment on someone's personality and character, and again based on the outer figure. Even calling skinny guys cute can also be a curse for them. It's how much these things affects teenagers and even adults. And 67% of the men desperately want to gain that body type. Yes, that's the fact. They are working seriously hard in the gym to pull off an attractive body. Well, it's same with the ugly face and the pretty average one. Everyone is beautiful in their own way, and no one can define anyone else's beauty. In fact, the faces change over a period of time. Okay, not really, but we change, and the outer face beauty depends on various factors, so that the combination complements the face. Like the one girl who never wore makeup and has always been called as the old school suddenly appears so beautiful that nobody can take their eyes off her in a party. It's truly sad. Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Again, saying this, don't get affected by others, because there are more people to hurt you than to protect you. Okay, so we are now going to talk about tall and short kind of shaming. Calling a short person chotu, dwarf, nata, and all sort of adjectives, and forgetting that we are imperfect too. Same with the tall ones. The one who's too tall goes through the same. The most common thing is always going to be the comment on finding a guy or a girl for the date. Similarly, we have this racism issue, shaming someone based on the skin color. It's more like choosing the color you like on someone and forcing that on. This is a kind of issue than we actually think. All the ads with fair skin tone creams and all to get fair and get rid of the dark skin. People around you matching your color to someone more fair and comparing and taunting you with their creepiest smiles. Well, it hurts. But it hurts more when someone advises you to use this or that to get a good skin or the fair one. This is something I really don't get. Why we need a fair skin? We are happy with whatever we are born with. I don't see any girl who really desperately wants to get that perfect skin tone for herself. We all love ourselves and being who we are. And that is never going to change for us. This issue is something we should talk about. The inner being of that person who goes through this. Body shaming can be hard on you because of others around you or because of yourself only. Shame is something brought by others and accepted by you, as I have said before. But if you are crying over others' comments and trying hard to change them, then don't do it. Who are they to take decisions for you? Just think this way, and if you are taking actions according to them, then you are simply letting them decide for you. Okay, I understand. Okay, I really don't. But know a thing, as long as others' words, comments, sarcasm, criticism works on you, you will always give them a part in your life. And surely that's not something you would want to. Not saying to shut them off, because that takes an effort and certainly not worth it. Well, this for bullies. But what if your own friends are hurting you unknowingly? Let them know that these comments hurt, and remember to choose the right way to make them realize it. It can't always be the words, and words actually don't work anymore. Above all this, it's you. You accept those feelings for yourself, and that does not have anything to do with the comments, As long as you are being hard on yourself without your own wish in it, it will always be you. There can be many reasons for this. Maybe your body type hurts you. Maybe you want to be perfect or follow someone and not to be of your own kind, or you are easily influenced by others, which is a serious matter of concern. Sometimes we do things to please someone else or to keep someone near, and for them we try to be someone else whom they would like and forget being ourselves. Just think, these all people like a character, and now you are playing that character. Until what extent you can go on? Once you start asking this question, you would never want to change for someone. If they are your family or friends, then they would accept you with all the scars. It's your business after all, so keep it that way. Change for yourself when you think you need to change for the better, not for someone. Lose weight if you want to. Work out if you want to. If you want to look good for yourself, then just do it for yourself, not for others. Get ready every day, not to impress someone but to feel good about yourself. Not every guy works out in the gym to impress a girl. Not every girl dresses to impress a guy. Like we have talked of these comments, and seriously, it's still the most common comment in every body shaming. I guess it's literally the most common comment in everything. Like, this is the most important thing in our life. Matching the self with the perfect ideology to find a date. I mean, seriously, there isn't anything better to do in the life than this. Having a goal in the life would be much more better option than this. Not every beautiful face and body has that inner truth. Self-love should be the first priority. Saying this because if you can't love yourself, then how can you love someone else? It's never going to happen like that. Well, this body shaming is not going to stop till we have that confidence in ourselves. The most important thing, it's really hard when someone is already ashamed of themselves. These comments tears them apart. We don't know what an individual is going through, because these things and how they are dealing with these or going to deal with the bullying based on these above types. But the thing we need to understand is that people who are doing this, no matter how perfect you become, they will still find a way to pick on you. Like, if you have a nice body, then they will tell you about your height. If you have a nice hips, then they will tell you about your color. If you have a perfect body figure, then they will tell you about your imperfect face. So this is never going to end, and don't expect to. AASIRA is an initiation to bring a change in the lives of females in India, and we are trying to make a difference here. Sagase has all been about the wrong things that's happening around us and maybe with us, and we are accepting it in a way or the other. It's about realizing that wrong thing, and it's AASIRA's responsibility to make you all being aware of that thing. Sagase has all been about the right and the wrong, not particularly based on one gender or happenings of one, and we will continue to do that. That's all for today's episode. Connect with us, share your story with AASIRA. You can find the link in the description. I'm Sushi, your host, signing off.